Finally, I met someone who turned out to be a ladyboy. That wasn't a good trick at all. Hey guys, thank you for watching the Black Filipino TV. Now today, we're gonna get into this. Now, this here is gonna be titled Tranny Tricked in the Philippines. The guy was tricked by a tranny in the Philippines. Now, it's a crazy situation, guys. One of my subscribers, he actually sent this to me, and he sent me his full story. And the thing was, he came out to the Philippines, and he ran into some crazy circumstances, and I need to go home right now and actually read what he sent me, because guys, this is very intense. And it may not happen to a lot of you guys, but it happened to him, and it's been a nightmare for him. And actually, this is not funny at all, it's tragic. So yeah guys, I actually feel bad for him that this happened, but it does happen, and it can happen, because out here in the Philippines, you have some really look like women. I mean, there's ways you can tell, but sometimes there could be some that are too good, because other guys have been tricked in the past, and he was tricked. So let's get into the particulars of how he was tricked, because he breaks down everything, love letters, everything. It's crazy. But guys, we're gonna get into it. Let's get into it right now. All right, guys. Now, let me get into this. Now, before I get into it, I want to let you guys know I spoke to the person. He let me know that I can share the story. All right, so let's go. This is what it says here. I normally watch your video and just needed someone to vent to. I came to the Philippines on the 10th of April. 42-year-old black male. I came here in hopes to find a wife and settle down. Since I arrived, I've been struck with bad luck after bad luck. I started to do vlogs, but as a loner, I didn't have much friends and my video wasn't getting any traction. However, I don't know where to start with this nightmare. However, I just want to be forthcoming as possible. I went on Tinder, OkCupid, Filipino Cupid, etc. to try and meet someone. That's red flag number one. You know, he came to the Philippines. He definitely shouldn't have been online dating. He should have been out talking to women. But let's get right into it. And he said, everyone I met kept asking me for money. The first girl I met asked me for 40,000 pesos to replace the phone that she lost. Everyone I kept meeting had a story of their kids, family, and just a sad story, and all wanted me to help them. After 1 week, I said F this and just started to stay in my Airbnb. I was upset, didn't want to go outside because it seemed as though everyone just talked to me for my money, or I was ignored. Everyone in the Philippines seemed super nice and friendly. I didn't feel anyone would clutch their purse when I walked by or crossed the street. Everyone seemed inviting and very welcoming, so I just didn't understand why I couldn't meet a nice Filipina. I had dreaded it, so I decided to cut it off, as I wasn't too sure if that was the reason why I wasn't meeting anyone who wanted a relationship based on love. While locked away in my Airbnb in Makati, I would occasionally go on Tinder. Finally, I met someone who turned out to be a ladyboy. We hung out the entire day, and at the end of the day, she gave me head. She was not interested in my money. Of course she wasn't. Or nothing. I ended up falling asleep with my clothes off. During the night, I felt something moist, but I have no idea why I fell back to sleep. When I woke up, I asked her, was she doing something in my sleep last night? And she told me no. She claims that she was just hugging me. After questioning her several times over, she then told me she was a ladyboy and that she was just hard. I flipped out on her for that entire day, and for whatever reason, I decided to hang out with her. took me to her family in Signal City to gig. I continued to hang out with her as she was showing me around the city. Yesterday, she went home for a change of clothes and didn't come back. This here is serious. This is a crazy situation. And I feel bad for the brother. But in a way, there's always a sign where you would know. You know, when dealing with a ladyboy, something will be off. Sometimes you have some that will be able to fool you. I've seen them out there. There are some that will be able to fool you. But still, something to give it away. Maybe the voice. Or a lot of times you can tell because they're too feminine. You understand what I'm saying? Like, regular woman, usually, like there'll be some hardness to them. I know it sounds crazy, but you guys know what I mean. If you understand woman, you know, women are not super, super feminine. You have some that are, but then not how ladyboys are, you know. And then the voice will give it away, something to give it away. Maybe the shape in the hips, shoulders, something will be off to where you'll notice, wait a minute, no, something's wrong. Or just from the reactions, the natural reactions women have. When you're around women, you know. So I say this situation is a little crazy. It is crazy too that she actually got up and left out of there. Well, of course, after he argued with her, she said, let me get out of here because he may do something to me or kill me. I need to get up out of here. So he was tricked. But it can happen, but usually it happens if you're like drunk. I can tell from the story here, I don't think he was super drunk or anything, but still, all in all, it's still a bad situation. Anybody that goes through this, man, I don't wish this on anybody. Like, this is the kind of thing you don't wish on your worst enemy. You know, you don't wish on your worst enemy. But I say this, guys. I say the reason why this happened is when you come to the Philippines, you want to let yourself settle in. Like, I'll give other brothers props. Like, I spoke to other brothers who said, you know, when they come to the Philippines, they're going to just settle in, travel around, go see the islands, and let the woman come to them. You know, as you see here, the brother kind of wanted everything to fall in his lap right away. And when you come out here like that, you bump into problems like this. I'm not saying that everyone's going to bump into problems like this, but it can happen. Will it happen to you? Most likely not. But still, the brother was too anxious and really searching. And that's when he bumped into this headache here. So I say when you come to the Philippines, of course, Filipino women they'll be open to speak with you. They'll be open to speak with foreigners. But the thing is, you don't go, definitely the number one wrong thing was going online. Okay, you get out there and talk. Like, I've been out in the Philippines, and Kay will kill me when I say this, but if Kay wasn't there, I would have been able to pull something easily. And it has nothing to do with how I look, you know, being a talker. The women are open and ready to talk, you know, so just being out there on the street and just hi and, you know, speaking with people you see in the grocery store. You know, maybe the grocery store lady will be single, you know, and I said this many years ago. And the way to run game out here is not game really, because Filipino is very shy. You know, you're out here, you see somebody you like, you go up to them, you know, give them a card. Hey, I think you're beautiful, call me sometime. Give them a card. You know what? Maybe not everyone, but you give out enough cards during the day, you may have 3 or 4 phone calls that night, sometimes even right away. You know, because if some Filipinos will see you, if they interested in the way you approach them, you know, don't be surprised. You'll be getting some phone calls. But guys, this here is a crazy situation, and it happens, as you guys seen. Of course, when you went online, the women are going to ask for money right away. A lot of times, the women that are there are going to ask for money. Now, you can find women online that are not asking for money, and what it is, you know, I don't look at online dating necessarily as bad, because all you have to do is just not do it. Just keep passing it by, keep passing it by, and then get the one that's right. I can't bash online dating because, you know, you keep going and going and going and going. Okay, peace. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Before you know it, you get that good one. You know, you just have to be patient. But still, all in all, guys, this here it happens. It happens. I made a video about this a couple days ago, and I didn't talk about it necessarily about this, but of course you guys already know the situation happens with all of you guys, most of you guys that are trying to find something. The woman asks you for money, but what happened after that was just a situation where he wasn't patient or he didn't take the time. I don't know, maybe he could have been drunk. I didn't speak to him after this. I would love to speak with him and say, hey, look, bro, I was drunk, and we hung out. I would say, okay, you know what? That's a little different, because I think you should be able to tell somewhat. And I'm not judging the brother. I'm just saying I think you should be able to tell. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this video. This is part 1. There's definitely going to be a part 2. I said it was tragic, but it happened. This can happen. And also what happened too is, a lot of guys, that happened to a couple of other subscribers of mine. I've spoken with them about the situation when it came to the Philippines. It happened with him as well. He came to the Philippines, and some vloggers will make you feel like everything is gonna fall at your doorstep. It doesn't happen like that. You can come to the Philippines and find women are not just waiting and for you like that, meaning a lot of Filipinos are shy. You have some that are aggressive, but that'll be more in a place where more of those guys will be. But if you're somewhere in Manila, like say you're not like by BGC, because I remember I was out in BGC, you have girls over there laying in wait for guys to come. They see the opportunity, girls come over there and they call it I forgot, they moonlighting. Girls would be over there moonlighting, like go over there dressed nice and do certain things to grab their attention. It's not gonna be like that everywhere, to where you won't get choosing signals everywhere. You will get some guys may not even notice those choosing signals, but he was one of those guys. I had another friend that happened with as well. He was very shy. Some guys come here, they're shy. They're not gonna necessarily approach women. A lot of times, women won't give you those signals. They won't let you know they're ready to be approached. And even the video I made yesterday, not the day before, talking about how things are changing, how women are starting to understand from guys actually giving too much. Women are starting to know that, okay, wait a minute, I can get this and I can get that. So that's starting to make it harder on guys too. But anyway, don't get me wrong, you still come here, you still have the time of your life, guys. I'm not saying it, making these videos to say it's tragic, to say the Philippines, like only tragic things happen. No, but tragic things do happen. Not only tragic things happen, you come here for the most part, you're gonna have the time of your life. Definitely give the Philippines a shot. But guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, you can support. You can go to my my PayPal. You can give a donation there. Also, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. Also, I'm giving consultations for you guys. So if any of you guys are maybe younger or even older, and you may have not retired yet, and you want to know how to make an income and be able to support yourself in the Philippines, I can definitely help out with that. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. I have packages specifically for that. Also, guys, you can get a shirt that represents your journey to the Philippines at foxtonomy.creator-spring.com. But guys, other than that, see you next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.